Welcome to episode 3 of our SoccerRockz Coaches Corner. Today we are joined by Coach Cammy. How are you doing, Cammy?
Cammy, well, son.
How are you?
And my co-host today, Coach Gabe.
Yes.
How are you doing today, Gabe?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Not too bad. So our
good.
SoccerRockz Coaches Corner, we sit down and we have a chat with coaches, experienced coaches, new coaches, and anybody who's linked to SoccerRockz that's helping us out at the moment. So great opportunity for you guys at home to meet our coaches and get to know them. So, Cammy, we're going to start today by you're our youngest coach.
Yep.
You are our youngest coach, aren't you, mate? Yeah.
So, first of all, we're going to go into your football background and a little bit about you and how you got into football and whatnot. But you've obviously stepped up a little bit last month or so since returning from the lockdown.
Yep.
How have you found things?
Easy, and then some gets a bit difficult.
Okay.
But
Okay. Tell me, what have you found easy then?
probably the one-to-ones.
One-to-ones.
Yeah.
You enjoyed them?
Yep.
Good.
So, obviously, coaches have their particular style and way of doing things. So, how would you describe yourself as a coach?
I'll just say, for his age, he's been brilliant ever since he's got here. He's been with me loads of times, and he's great to have with the kids. He's a great help, I'd say. He's always there. If you need him, he's always there. He's always willing to help, and he's been brilliant since he's been here. So that's my part. And
Cheers, Gabe.
no worries, mate. No problem.
Thanks for that, Gabe.
Cheers, kids.
We'll hand back over to our coach's corner, Cammy. Cammy. So, looking at you as a young coach, what do you think your strengths are?
Probably talking to the kids
Okay.
and getting them around the situation.
Okay. So, do you mean sort of explaining the detail of what they need to do?
Yeah, and then like when they're struggling, like helping them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you were obviously a left-footed player, aren't you?
Yep.
Left-footed players. Best players, Gabe?
No, not a chance, mate. Not a
Left-footed.
chance.
Come on, Gabe.
Not a
Everybody knows
chance.
that left-footed players are the best football players. So, talk us through how did you get into football?
Wow. Through my dad mainly. He just had a love of football, and then got me into it when I was about 3 or 4, down training at County Court, and then just progressed from there into football.
Okay, did you win many trophies as a junior?
A few, yeah. It was mainly medals from like tournaments.
Was it?
Yeah, a lot when we were younger.
Okay. So, as a grassroots player, left-footed, you're probably one of the stronger players in your team, I would suspect.
Oh, cuz, give it a rest, mate. Give it a rest.
I think I was up there.
Yeah? Put yourself up there, would you?
Yeah,
Were you on free kicks and corners and things like that?
mainly, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, they get the righties on that, mate. They get the righties on that.
Was it? Because obviously, the left-footed players, when they're on the ball, their delivery is usually with a little bit more quality than the right-footed players.
All I have to
Would you
say,
agree with
mate,
that?
is Daniel Bars is left-footed, and if you've watched this podcast, then you'll know full well left-footers don't do very well, But no.
Hey, Gabe, I had some really funny comments about his podcast. And, people were sort of saying that they've never known anybody.
People felt sorry for me.
It was a good one. But Coach Cammy, we're obviously looking to get to know you a little bit and find out a little bit about you. So, tell me, who do you support?
Rangers.
You support Rangers.
Rangers.
Yep.
Do you support anybody locally or Premier League or anything like that?
Probably like Cov. Was from Cov.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's obviously you've got to support Coventry if you're from Cov, surely. No? No?
no.
That's poor, that is coming. That's really poor.
No, so tell us a little bit about your personality. Would you describe yourself as quite outgoing, or do you find yourself a little bit more sort of, do you plan for training sessions?
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of the time I turn up and Gabe's just kind of going a little bit off the cuff, and that's the way he likes to do things. But what about yourself? Do you find are you a little bit more planner?
Yeah, you have to plan for sessions, but then it depends what turns up.
Mhm.
So,
Depends how the session going.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a mix and match.
Okay. What do you sort of enjoy most about coaching then? Because you're obviously, again, you're our youngest coach. you've been with it. You're our youngest coach, but you seem to have been around for such a long time. And everybody that comes always sings your praises, and they're always saying, "Wow, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant." And you're enthusiastic, and you get stuck in. But what do you enjoy the most out of coaching, do you think?
Probably seeing the kids achieve what I've set them.
Yeah.
Say if I set them a target for like points, then they achieve it, and then they get happy. So probably that.
Yeah. I think it's definitely something that we all share at SoccerRockz, where it's fantastic to see the kids when we show them how to do something, and then within 2 or 3 weeks they come back and they can do it, or they've practiced it at home, or they've really worked hard to be able to do that skill. So I would agree with that. You talked about the way that you deliver and that you like to certainly work with the younger groups. How do you find you get the best out of them? Is there anything that you particularly use that you or a style, or a method?
Probably numbers, like setting them a target. So say when they score a goal, give them 10 points, make them get like 50. So then sets them a target to achieve.
Is there any coaches you think you've learned a lot from, or you've sort of followed their coaching style?
I've learnt a lot from all these, really.
No, good.
Cammy, who's the best coach at SoccerRockz?
That question was coming. I was getting lined up.
I can't answer that.
Cammy, don't be shy, mate.
You don't have to say Ryan because he gives you a look.
I can't answer that.
Funny.
No, I think all of the coaches bring something different, don't they? Everybody's got their unique style, which is probably why it comes together really well.
Yeah.
Your role within this team, certainly from my perspective, is you've moved away from being that kind of shadow coach and that person who is a bit of an assistant to the regular coaches, to moving up to that lead in a small group. Yeah. What do you think, Gabe?
Totally agree with you, mate. Yeah, he's like I say, he's been in it 2 years now, and he's massive progression. He's been brilliant. It's been great to see him, learning stuff and getting better as he coaches every session. It's been great to see. So I'm really
I think a big thing is your enthusiasm. I mean, it's not easy coming on here, and Kieran gets all the microphones and hooks Gabe up with all these different little gadgets and gizmos, and we ask you loads of questions. So it's not an easy thing to do, but you're obviously enjoying yourself at SoccerRockz.
100%, yeah.
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 Where do you kind of see your coaching career progressing? Where would you like to be in, say, 5 years?
I'd like to take my football, like my playing. I want to be a footballer when I'm older, but if that don't happen, then a coach, 100%, yeah. Okay.
So you've got that ambition to become a football player.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was reading something about Jamie Vardy a couple of days ago, and he's just scored the 100 goals, so he's just gone into that 100 club, and he actually became a fully fledged professional footballer at about 24.
It's madness, isn't it?
So there's always that time, and there's always that chance that it can happen. You just need to work hard, and obviously you've got a head start being a left footer. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to make that reference, mate? Oh dear.
But no, Cammy, absolute integral part of the team at the moment, and it's been you're a real laugh to have around. And I know you've just give Corey a smart comment. What was it? What he just so Corey was just kind of hanging about and moseying about in the background,
like
weren't
he
he?
always does, yeah.
Yeah, and you give him a little smart comment, and he was about 10 foot away, and you told him that he was still in shot.
He's like, oh, what's that?
Yeah,
great stuff.
So Cammy, I think it's just good for us to get to know you a little bit, and certainly for the kids, because you're here 2 or 3 times a week now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a regular coach, and it's great for people to get to see you a little bit. In terms of your coaching, would you like to move into academy style of coaching, or?
I'd like to stay around for a bit, and yeah, because this is where I came from.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like you said, like he's obviously still young. If I was his age, I'd still be focusing, a lot more on me football. But it's great to, have that coaching bit on the side and be picking that up as well. So, you got the best of both worlds, mate, and that's, it's great.
So just going on to your aspirations to be a professional footballer, what have you been doing? How have you been spending the last kind of 10 weeks when you can't train with your team?
I've just been doing more fitness work to get myself fitter.
Okay, and what does that look like? What do you do?
Some runs, some like weights, some sit-ups, stuff like that.
Okay.
He's been watching me and Baz's YouTube tutorials, and yes, sir, hey.
Doing your tutorials.
Doing them.
No, but do you look after your diet? Do you watch what you eat?
Yeah, I only like eat bad stuff on the weekends. So,
Do you?
yeah.
Bad stuff on the weekend.
No, but we've all got to have that goal, and I'm sure that if you work hard enough, you'll get the opportunities that you deserve, mate. But I think it's been a good chance to catch up and for people at home just to see who you are and what you're doing and your role within us. You've just finished a couple of sessions this morning.
Yeah, some tots.
Doing some tots work, yeah. How do you find the tots?
Nice.
It's one of them sessions where you can just turn to a kid for 45 minutes to an hour, and that's why I love doing it. So yeah, do you find that you can don't have to plan. Well, you ain't got to plan much. It's a case of turning up, just having a good time.
Yep.
I think that's the big thing. I mean, those guys haven't trained. Today was their first session in about 12 weeks, which is brilliant, and they all kind of come rushing back, and they were looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah.
You and Bowsy delivering the session, and it was absolutely fantastic. We were working in the two small groups, weren't we? What did you do this morning for the tots?
Done a bit of shooting and dribbling with them.
Okay.
Seemed to find it easy, so.
You had little Ryan O'Sullivan's boy in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, nearly broke the crossbar 3 times, didn't he? It's great to see, because some of the tots that we have that come through, they're learning how to strike the football, they're learning how to turn, they're learning how to control, and it's the foundation really of SoccerRockz, and obviously that's what starts us off all the way through. So you going in there and helping them is really important. I think, Gabe, we've had a good little
great little chat, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great little catch up.
Yeah, I think in terms of, I want to go back to what your thoughts on the other coaches in the team at the moment as well, Cammy.
Yeah, let's go through them.
Yeah, we'll go through them. So Corey Ashmore, tell me what are your thoughts on Corey Ashmore from what you've seen so far?
He seems to be a good coach. I was with him for my first ever session here, so I learnt a lot from him.
Yeah. Okay. Bowsy.
Great lad.
Yeah.
Good coach. Yeah.
Good coach. Anything about him that you like to take away, or that you would take into your own style?
I think Baz is great with the little ones, isn't he? So
Yeah.
That's one coach that I'd definitely, especially if I was you, I'd really, especially with Corey as well, I'd look up to them too, and
And what about Coach Gabe, mate? What have you seen in Coach Gabe that you like?
I took him under my wing, mate.
It's not your question.
I took him under my wing, mate.
Coach Gabe. It's a question for Coach Cammy.
Go on, Cammy.
He's a good coach, but he works with the oldest, so if I take something from him, then I've just got to make it more basic. Easier.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm going on to your sidekick, Ryan O. What would you take from Ryan's coaching style into your own, do you think?
Probably the way he speaks to kids and how he is with them.
Yeah, I think Ryan. A lot of what you do is a reflection of Ryan, because he's meticulous in terms of the detail, the turning up on time. He's on everybody when it comes to uniform, all that kind of thing. I'm looking forward to getting him on when he's back and able to join us. But and obviously I'm a little bit nervous about this question. But what about myself, mate? Is there anything about myself that you would take into your
Be honest
coaching?
now, mate. Be honest. Don't shy away.
Yeah, just don't pull any punches.
Probably like how much of a leader you are. So
Really?
yeah.
No, that's good enough, mate. That's good enough. What about coaching, mate? I mean, if you could model yourself on one of the coaches, do you think it would be more towards Gabe or more towards Danny or Ryan?
Probably towards like ones that teach the younger ones.
Yeah, probably more Danny Bowes.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I teach younger ones. So.
Cammy, Gabe, unless you've got anything before we look to conclude.
Good little chat there.
Yeah.
Well done, Cammy.
I enjoyed that.
Through it, mate.
We might let you run one on your own soon, Gabe.
I don't
Yeah?
think so, mate.
No.
I think we've got the credentials for that.
No, thanks for joining us, Cammy.
It's all
Great work, mate.
Cheers, Cammy.
Top
Cheers,
man.
goods.
And that concludes episode 3 of our Coach's Corner. We'll see you next time. That was good.
Mic drop. Hey, it's right, yeah. Imagine that gets live.
Tell you what, when them cameras are on.